Morning.
Hydrate.
Life lessons with Caleb. So today we are going to do some more spreading. We finally have some good weather on the horizon. We got no rain in the forecast till Sunday. Saturday night, Sunday morning. Today is Monday. So going to get some stuff in the ground, going to get some stuff accomplished hopefully. But first, we've got fertilizer to apply. First thing we got to do is load up this spreader. Now our camera lady is playing on her phone, otherwise we'd have some better, camera footage, but if she wasn't so cute, I'd fire her, but I reckon we'll keep her. Little full. All right, we spread off a few tons. I'm gonna come back over here and get some paperwork I forgot at the office, and while we're here, we'll go ahead and fill up. We're about out of mess, it looks like. You did a terrible job filming today.
Yep. I'm filming.
So I had to go home to get some records of fields we've already spread. I don't want to double apply any fields because one, we don't have enough fertilizer to do that, and two, I just don't want to waste it. So one got that. Now we're going to top the spreader off and then we'll go get back to it. There's BJ. I think he has my lunch. Now we're talking. So it's a little too wet to strip till, so he's just kind of floating around doing odds and end jobs today. Dad's over there getting the corn planter ready. He is hoping to plant some corn today. So I guess if the thumbnail of this video was a corn planter going back and forth, you know that succeeded already. I don't know, it's always a stressful day getting the corn planter fired up because, well, especially this late in the year, our timetable's getting pretty slim. We don't need to be replanting. Most of the time, replanting is kind of covered under our insurance and stuff. But the further we get away from like May 15th, which is next week, the less and less yield we're going to start seeing. Hypothetically. Had a fuel alarm go off and didn't even realize it. Alright, we are going to fill up with some mez and go back to spreading. Alright, BJ's going to relieve me for a little bit. I've got to go take a goat to 4-H weigh-ins. Fun time. Still a little bit too moist out for stripping. So BJ's going to run the spreader till I get back, and then we'll probably hop back in there this evening. Morning. Alright, so last night when I left you guys, I was taking some goats to 4-H weigh-ins. Well, I got back and then we spread for a few hours, but I forgot my camera, so there's no record of that. So did it really even happen? Who knows? This morning we are going to go do some more spreading, try to kind of get to the point where we can quit spreading for a while and get back to planting. Dad's going to start planting corn this morning, so this will be the first corn we'll have in the ground. Pretty excited about that, finally getting something done. BJ is on his way to go pick up another spreader. It's not an Oxbow, it's just a spreader from the co-op pull behind. We've got some nutrient deficiencies on some wheat. We don't want to drive this big spreader through our wheat because we will destroy more of it than it's worth. So Dad is using a pull type spreader, or one of us is going to pull it through there with a little Massey. Apply some sulfur directly on some ground that we think is deficient. Will we learn much? Hopefully. Will we make much yield off of this? I don't know. Will we make our money back on this? I don't know, but we should at least learn something. Honkers! Get out of here, geese. I'll see you in a few months. Go on now, get. So this spreader, it has a dual bin setup. And this is my first experience with that. Really liking that. So this bean field I'm putting on Mez 10 and I'm putting on potash. previous years I'd had to apply one product and then come back and turn around and apply the other product because we're trying to variable rate both products. This is much faster. Yeah, the bin holds less of one product, but like we probably have enough to do this whole field in one fill up, so much more efficient. Here we can see our two bins are both applying. There's our rates up there. Big fan, big fan. So these corn stalks, they have not been tilled yet. They were ran over though with our devastators on our corn head. I'm really anxious to see how they react to the accelerator. I predict that they will just be completely messed up. Like, I think they're going to disintegrate really well. That devastator kinks those stalks over and helps them decay. They're very brittle. So once we get that VT over here, we'll have a real nice seed bed for these beans. So driving through here, I looked over and I found some treasure. Heck yeah! We got us a shovel. That'll be mine now. We are done on this this bin load, so we need to go refill. Dad is ready to just go to the field to try planting, so we're gonna go help him get started, and then we'll come back to planting. Somebody go sacrifice a chicken. It's corn planting time. So in typical Brown family tradition, we're going to start corn planting right beside the highway. That way everyone can, you know, see our mistakes. But it's going to be a very stressful time for about 10 acres, and hopefully it goes pretty smooth. We're going to do a lot of getting out and digging. We've got to do a couple calibrations on our steering. Basically, we need to check to make sure our pass to pass, like when we turn around and come back, that our row in between, like the row 24, is 30 inches away from the next pass, basically. That's a pretty crucial thing, strip tilling, because if you're off, well, you're never going to match up with your strips the right way. Strips are matching up, so that's good. Looking real nice, real nice. Now we dig. One thing I noticed, we have Yetter drag chains behind our Yetter poly twisters on this side of the planter, and on this side we just have the twisters. These drag chains really do smooth it out, make it look really nice. I don't know if that really matters, it looks pretty. Versus over here, you just see the twister marks. So the last thing we planned with this planter was a test trial of 30-inch beans. Well, it's still adjusted for 30-inch beans, so we need to, you know, get back to corn depth. So to do that, we just pull these stops. These are basically stops for the gauge wheel. Hopefully this goes off smooth. This is about 20 days later than we would normally start planting corn, but sometimes, you know, Mother Nature just doesn't cooperate. She definitely gets a vote in it. It would appear that BJ drug up a little bit right here. Guess that's why we have downforce. Let's measure it. So we're putting in some offsets, just trying to get this to 30. We went 31. So we need to go a little bit more, don't we? Hey, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
That's valuable organic matter.
All right, I think he is good to go. So I am headed back to the floater.
Well, it's just planting time, corn planting time. Finally got started. Got about 40 acres, not planted 40 acres in this field, just about done. Had a few bugs to get out. Finally got her going. Took a while, but I think we got her going now. So seems to be doing pretty good. once in a while on the road is I'm going to turn my vac up on my big tanks. I think I'm not getting enough corn. Seems like I might be running out of corn. Run about 7 miles an hour. Taking it easy here. Plant pretty good, pretty dry. Getting shape up here to see the soil. Dust is rolling. I can't see much. I've got one more pass here. Singulation's pretty good. Seemed like a little better last year. I don't know. It's 98.5, 99. Last year about 97, 98, but pretty good. Skips 0.5 or 0.5 and doubles. That's pretty good. We got one more pass this field, then we'll move on down the road to another field. Maybe we get something down here. So far, she's running pretty good. I think Dr. Watson's on his way to help us do a few things, minor adjustments. Can't get our bulbs just right. Having trouble getting them adjusted. There, one pass, wide on the next pass. See what we can do here a little later.
All right, finally back over here to the spreader. Started off, thought we was going to set us a record, but kind of a little slow now. It's 150. It took a while to get that planter going, but it is going. So let me get back to this. All right, I think we're pretty full. There goes Dad. Pretend this is like a drone shot. When he gets that field done, he'll be about 100 acres into corn planting already. Goes fast at 9 miles an hour. Now his planter has the ability to run 12. Dad usually runs at 8 to 9 mile an hour. He says that's just where he's most comfortable. So BJ is going to go strip till. He's going to basically finish up the field that he was rained out of. He's going to do a couple passes in another field so we can do some side-by-side comparisons. And then we're going to hook the strip till bar. We could still strip till. We have a week of good weather, but we really like that ground to settle after we strip till on it for about a week or two, preferably 2 with a couple rains on it. But it's May 10th. We're running out of time. So instead of doing that, we are going to spread the remaining corn ground and vertical till it. Try to incorporate the fertilizer. Wish we could strip till it. We're just, Mother Nature hasn't cooperated. Seems to be a trend this spring. I see a stripper over there. He's pretty far away, but BJ's heading to the field to start stripping. Need to finish fueling this thing. Yesterday I did not fill it up, which was dumb. Alright, we gotta hurry up, get filled up, go back over. I want to finish that field tonight. I'd like to do a few hundred more acres. So one thing I need to do before we head back over, that's enough fert to finish the field we were running. The field beside it needs also spread, but my VR file didn't transfer, so I need to go back to the computer real fast. Like BJ's filling up too. It's probably gonna be his last fill up to finish that field, I'd say, and then he'll be unhooking. All right, we're out of mez. We still have potash, but we need to go back for more mez. So this field, it's taking quite a bit of mez 10. Now this will be a cornfield here in a few days. This is one of the ones we did not get a strip till. So like I said before, we will be coming in and vertical tilling it. Here on the ends, we ran a ripper. Just because on these ends right along this lane we load a lot of crops on trucks during harvest, so we try to rip that if possible every year, try to bust some of that deep compaction, so that needs smoothed out as well. But we're 60 acres into this 170 acre field, so looks like we're going to need a few more fill-ups. It would appear we have a traffic jam. I guess BJ needed some more fertilizer. So you may be wondering why I just don't use that tender. Well, it's because BJ's been using it. I might use it tomorrow. But at the same time, it is just as quick for me to come over here with that and fill it up versus filling that up and then going and taking that to fill that up. It's not really any slower. All right, he's got to load his tender up. That's going to take him a little bit. I'm going to run up to the gas station right up the road, get us each some tractor snacks for this evening because, well, we're going to see the lights tonight. Oh yeah. Hopefully he gets done stripping for the year tonight. Hang up his heels for a while. Hopefully we get quite a bit of spreading done because I would really like to be in a planter tonight. But we got spreading to do. Now if you're new to the show and you're wondering, well Brian, how come you didn't spread this earlier? There was some confusion there. So I was under the impression that we had spread all the fertilizer on the bean ground because that's what I was told. Just some minor miscommunications. We started looking at the fertilizer building and realized that thing's still pretty full. Did some record searching and, well, as it turns out, we'd only spread about a third of the bean ground. So unfortunately, we just realized that last week, and the strip till bar only got to cover about half the corn ground. So I went from thinking we were done spreading to thinking we got a lot of spreading. So right now, Dad is planting to my left and BJ is strip tilling to my right. So I haven't had the drone out in quite a long time because it hasn't worked in quite a long time, but I might just try that this evening. We're almost out of light, but we got a little bit left. Hey everybody, normally there'd be some cool music of some sort, but I'm just going to do a voiceover. So I thought I'd come down here and get some last drone shots of the strip till bar since this is the last field, but little did I know, BJ was having a mild scale problem. There's scales on the Raptor, and for some reason his scale was telling me he had like 100,000 pounds of product, which that is definitely not the case. So he was kind of inspecting that after he got his dinner here. And well, I didn't have much battery when I left him. We never really got to see the bar run, so we just kind of hover around him a little bit and look at some strips, and that's about all that happens here, unfortunately. But oh well, maybe next year. I was having a little bit of issues with my drone, and that's why we haven't been flying it much. I have a gimbal motor malfunction. You're going to see it here in a second, where it just kicks to the side like this. Keeps doing that. It's been doing that for about a few, I don't know, months now, and that's why I haven't been using it much. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. But since we didn't get anything of the strip till bar running, I figured I might as well fly down before my battery runs down and get a little bit of shots of the oxbow spreading. To be honest, I was kind of getting bored just filming me in the cab, so get a little bit of outside of the cab action. And yeah, there's a little bit of mez in my potash bin. It happens, what can I say? But yep, there's just a nice shot of the oxbow in the, what do they call it, the magic hour or whatever they call it. I don't know, I'm not a photographer. But anyways, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Back and forth. I guess it's a good thing we didn't wait on BJ. He still ain't moving. I don't know if he's having trouble over there or what he's doing. Now, for some reason, the back work lights aren't working on this machine, so I can't tell how much is actually in this bin. I've got a camera right there, but it sucks at night. I can't see anything, so just gotta every now and again come out here and just check, because there's nothing else that's gonna tell me if that thing's empty. All right, we are done with this field. Probably gonna go back and load up for tomorrow and park this thing for tonight. Try to get an early start tomorrow. Really like to be able to spread about 600 or 700 acres tomorrow, and maybe switch over to planting beans after that. But I really want to finish dry fertilizer like in the next day or so, just because, well, I just want to get it done. And we need to. Dad is flying through corn. He's pretty much caught the strip till bar. There's only one other field that has been strip tilled other than the one that BJ's in. So Dad has pretty much caught him the first day. Oh man, the lights in the hoop barn aren't worth a crap. Oh yeah, we don't have any. But luckily the JCB's got some pretty bright lights. All right, folks, we are loaded up and ready for morning. We'll back this thing in the shed, go eat some dinner, take a shower. We'll be back here first thing in the morning. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor and thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, we'll see you in the morning.